Hey everybody, this is Lena from Just a Little Bit Country. Today, we are going to work on this dragon. I didn't know he gave me those keys. He needs to quit sticking them in there and not telling me. Huh. Okay. So, here's what we're working on. Let's try it around so you can actually see what it's going to look like. Just like this. So this is what we're working on. There is 16 bags of beads. And we're working on F. I've done P, O, G, and K. This one is this dragon one that I'm making for my son for Christmas. This one has a skull in the middle of the sword that the red dragon is around. And the other one has a sword and it has a blue dragon around it, but it don't have a skull. And that one will be for my husband. I have to get both of those done before Christmas. Or try to, at least. Because I've already made 2 for Ariana, 2 for Alaska, 2 or 3 for Sid, 1 for my daughter, Alana. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're not doing that. We have to do it this way. We're doing a little, and I don't like that glaring light, and he has locked my window again. I don't know what it is with this man and not letting me have some natural light in here. I like to have my window open so I can see outside. And it's like he's afraid that the world might see in. I'm like, I don't care about the world. They're out there. I just want to have some daylight, if that's okay with everybody. There we go. I like to have some daylight, if that's okay with everybody. Right? Right. Now that I did that, I don't need this light on. Oh. Let's turn it down, way down. Down that sucker, because it glares on there like really bad. My 2 lights that, well, the lights themselves didn't go out in the art room, but the dimmer switch did. And it's stuck on really, really dim, and you can't see anything on that side of the art room where I normally do my diamond paintings. So here I am, stuck with having to do it in the kitchen. The dining room now. So, until I can get the dimmer switch fixed, which probably won't be anytime soon. My husband thinks it's as simple as just putting a new dimmer switch on it, and maybe it is. But that's on my honey-do list. He needs to fix my switch, my dimmer switch in that room. He needs to put a new board into our bathroom, where, you know, goes from the bathroom into the regular part of the from the bath area into the regular part of the bathroom, because it cracked and it broke. I'm pretty sure it's because they used not a real board, and I want him to replace it with a real board that doesn't easily just crack, you know what I'm saying? Because it looked like it was more than likely just one of those little very thin strips of fake plywood. Yeah, so, or I'd be fine technically with just replacing it with one of those strips that you glue down, which would be fine too, but it needs to be replaced because I don't want to keep hanging my foot on it. When you're diabetic, you don't want feet problems. And any little bitty owie on your foot can turn into a problem when you're diabetic. So, and I know this to be fact because I had an uncle that was diabetic, and he had a problem with his feet. Got a sore on his toe, and they amputated his toe. And then before long, you know, they had to amputate the foot. And then before long, they had to amputate up to the knee. And then after that, there's nowhere to go. Okay? And you know the outcome after that, right? So, I choose not to have those kind of problems. But, anywho. So that's on my honey-do list. He needs to fix that board in our bathroom. He needs to fix the dimmer switch in my art room. We need to put down we need to weatherize our back porch. It was not done when we bought the house. So that needs to be done. And that needs to be done before, you know, springtime. So we need to get that done soon. And that's a big old porch. So not only do you have to do the porch itself, but the railing and the steps and the whatnot. And it stretches from one end of the house to the other. If anybody has seen my backyard area on the porch, you can see that it's a really big, long porch. So that needs to be done. So all the decking needs to be weatherized. I want to, on the front porch out here, I thought about screening it in, but I really don't want to do that. But this white railing that's out here, banister looking thing, I want to do it on the side over here where you walk out the porch and go out to the garage. I want to put it right there, you know, so, and then here on the other end, put a gate, because we have some stray dogs. Well, they're not stray, they belong to the neighbor that owns all the property around us. And they like to kill cats, and I would just prefer them not be able to get on my porch where my cats are, you know. Because, you know, he's not going to come do anything about them. I mean, he come right up in my yard to bring the other neighbor that had found my cat and tell me point blank to my face that his dog likes to kill cats. And I thought, then why the hell did you bring your dog in my yard for, you know? And here I am scolding his dog right in front of him. Not once did he tell that dog to back off, get down, go away, get back in the truck. I mean, anything, you know. I'm thinking, dude, he's the same one that when we first bought the house, he come over to inform he started telling my son, hey, you need to know that I own 11 feet into this yard. It's been that way forever. Blah, blah, blah. He said, well, I'll get my stepdad for you. So Waddell went out there, and, well, he didn't even tell Waddell that. He started talking about how this road was made and this, that, and the other. And I told my son and my husband, I said, well, we're buying a $318,000 house. It's supposed to be sitting on 1.5 acres. Okay? I will, as soon as we can afford to, have a land survey done. And I will put up a fence. So, you know, if it just happens to be that, no, sir, this thing says that I own 11 feet of it, I guess you can go suck a ball sack because, you know, and take it up with the land survey company. I mean, it might be, you know, it's been that way forever, and I've gotten my way with every other person that's came out here and lived or rented or whatnot, but I'm not that person. If I'm paying $318,000 for 1.5 acres, by God, I'm going to have 1.5 acres. Or we're going to have a problem, right? So, you either sold me 1.5 acres or you lied to me and you didn't sell me 1.5 acres. So, we will have to have a land survey done because I am going to be fencing a little area in the back for my dogs. But up here to the end, I would like to put up at least a privacy fence between me and these neighbors and me and those neighbors, because I don't like people. That was the whole point of moving to the country. And here, during the springtime and the summertime, the trees cover them up and I don't have to see them. But in the wintertime, all the leaves fall off the trees and you can see your neighbors. And I don't like to see neighbors. That's why I'm in the country. I guess I could have went further into the country, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to have to deal with them. So it's easier for me to put up a fence, because, you know, you got a biting dog that likes to tear things up, but you can't keep it in your yard. Does that tell you anything? Then you don't respect me or my property. The fact that you know I have a cat and you want your dog to roam free and you know it kills animals, you don't respect anybody, you don't respect your neighbors. I mean, put the damn dog up. Just like, oh my God, when you go all the way down here to the end of my road and you turn back to the right to go out to the main highway on 71, beautiful black lab, somebody had hit it in the street. Thankfully, by the evening, somebody had at least pulled it off the road so people would quit hitting it. And now here I'm thinking somebody owns it and somebody will at least come get it and bury it or something. Well, yeah, they didn't. It's still there rotting on the side of the road. And that just pisses me off that actually, if somebody actually owned the dog, why didn't you fence him or something so he wouldn't be, you know, to where he could get ran over on the highway by a semi-truck? You know? Why didn't you have him fenced? Why weren't you taking care of him? People just shouldn't fucking own animals. That's just all there is to it. If you're not going to take care of it, then you don't need to own it. And then, of course, somebody might have dumped the poor dog. But as I'm saying, it was a beautiful black lab. Anyway, so. But that's my little rant. I'm over it now. But anyway. My grandson went with his mother for Thanksgiving. We went and picked him up today. And him and his daddy and Pawpaw went to the store just now. Daddy had to go to the pharmacy and Pawpaw had to go to O'Reilly, so they took the baby. So I could have some me time and not have to run after anybody and scream at anybody. And I went in there and turned that damn TV off. He had on full blast too, because that just drives me crazy too. You're not even in the house. You got the TV on full blast. Turn it off. No one wants to hear it anyway. I don't want to hear it. Now, I might turn it on YouTube and set it where my dogs can watch my YouTube channel. I've done that before. It's funny, the other day I put it on my YouTube channel. On my husband's YouTube, watching my YouTube channel. So the dogs could watch TV while we were gone. And the first video I put up had my doggies in it. And on the video, you hear me telling her, Ava, get that out of your mouth and sit down. Well, Ava's up on the bed, laying there, and she looked at me like, Mama, I didn't do anything. Why are you yelling at me? And I looked at her. I said, it's on the TV, Ava, from where you got in trouble before. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, as soon as you let her out to go potty, she wants to run over here to where the baby throws his toys out of his playpen. She wants to get the stuffed animals or anything that'll fit in her mouth. And I keep telling her, those are not your toys. You have your own toys. Those are the baby's toys. Someday when he grows out of them, if he wants you to have one of them, you can have one of them then. But right now, you can't have the baby's toys. Pooch. Is there any more F's that I'm just missing? Okay, we can work this way now. I see some F's this way. Which means I missed them a while ago. Hey, well, if they were a snake, they would have bit you, Lena. So the 5th of December, I have to go in for my yearly mammogram. Kitty smackers, my mama would call it. So I have to do that on the 5th of December. And ironically, they had me set for the 26th of December to go in for my, well, it would be considered a yearly PAP, but it's a follow-up for me for that biopsy they did in April. I think I'm going to change that, though, because I don't see myself wanting to go anywhere the day after Christmas. We shall see how it goes, though. I might not be able to change it. So, anyway. Insurance purposes, it might have to be done on the 26th. But then that would mean that either my husband or my son would have to not go to work that day, because someone's going to have to watch the baby so I can go have all that done. Now, if that's a Tuesday, then I'm good to go because his mom will have him. But if it's a Monday or a Wednesday or a Friday, I'm going to have somebody babysit so I can go to the doctor because, you know, I can't be chasing a 1.5-year-old around the doctor's office and I'm up in stirrups, right? Come on now, folks. I really don't think it would work too well. Yep, that's how I feel about that. Is there more F's? There's more F's down here at the bottom. So, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Mine was pretty good. The kids all come out to the house. Alieska and her husband Chance. And of course, my daughter Bree was here, and my son Ricky was here. My older two were not here. But I'm sure they had a good Thanksgiving as best they could where they were at. Oops. Let me put that there. Like I said, Sid, my grandson, was with his mother. So I told my son, he was like, does she get him all day long on Thanksgiving? I said, yes. I said, so when you get to divorce court, you're going to have to fix it to where, you know, odd years she has him, even years you have him. Don't get yourself screwed out of holidays because, you know, the judge be like that sometimes. You know, everybody bitches, moans, and groans that kids don't have a father in their lives. Well, sometimes it's because the judge did it that way. You know, you got a father that wants to be in his life. You got a judge that's like, oh, this poor pitiful mama. No, she's just as fucked up as anybody else is. She just has a better way of lying about it. Anyway, but it's all neither here nor there. Come out in the wash somewhere along the way. Her biggest problem is she don't want the daddy to have him. She don't really want to be with him. She doesn't want daddy to have him. But oh well. Let's put all these F's in here. Oops. Then I also want my husband to get around and let's put some screens on these windows so I can open up the windows in the springtime and have air, natural air. I think my son's window and my daughter's windows have screens. But the art room does not have screens. This window here doesn't have a screen in it at all. My bedroom don't. These windows here around my kitchen does not. I'd like to be able to pull up my window and have some air coming in it and not have to worry about, you know, a cat getting out, a dog getting in, you know, anything like that. And the flies. I like them to stay away too. I absolutely hate flies. And I really hate those fly trap thingies that hang and dangle from the ceiling that are all sticky. I hate those things. They're the most ugliest things known to mankind. I think they're ugly. I don't like them. Okay, where'd the F go? God forbid should one of them fall on you. My husband had one hanging above our bed, and I was like, you gotta take that damn thing down, because it'd be just about my luck it would fall on me in the night. And I would just completely not be a happy camper. So I told him, I said, that shit's got to come down. We got to think of something better. In the springtime, I'll have to get the demon down again and spray the outside of the house and the inside of the house really good. Demon you get from Amazon, and it will kill spiders and roaches and just about anything else. But anyway, spiders, when it gets cold, they want to come inside and get warm. You know, and there's some spiders that, you know, don't bother me. The wolf spider's okay, this, that, and the other. But, you know, when you got tarantulas coming in your house because it's cold outside, we got a problem, sister. Yeah, I'm not really much into spiders. I won't kill them if they're not harmful, but if you got a harmful one, like a brown recluse or something like in my house, well, it's going to go, and it's going to go torture way, because, Yeah, you gotta be careful with that too. You kill a brown recluse, make damn sure you get it good, because normally they carry their babies on their back. And when they came out to spray when we lived in Texas, they sprayed the outside perimeter of my house, and they sprayed the inside. But one afternoon, there was a huge brown recluse. He'd come in the front door, and my son squished him. All the babies started running in 500 different directions, and I bet there was 800 of those little suckers. So spent the afternoon stomping spiders. And if I got one of those bites you, it ain't gonna be good for you. They're the gift that keeps on giving. But yeah, I was paying $200 down in Killeen, Texas, for them to spray the perimeter of my property, my house, the inside of my house, and my attic. And I would have that done like every 3 months. Of course, that was when the husband at the time was deployed. Just when he comes home, you know, when he comes home, nothing would be able to be paid for, because it was all about him at that point. It wasn't about bills and food and upkeep of vehicles, and it was just about him. We got out and about on Thanksgiving, and we put out the wreaths that we made for my mom's birthday memorial. So Alieska hung hers and Uncle Russell's. Chance hung his own. Ariana hung hers, and then she hung one that represented the 3 granddaughters, Madison, Nevaeh, and Carmen Jade. And I hung mine, and I hung one that represented Alana and Robert. Then today, Ricky and Sid and Waddell hung theirs as well. And trees outside for the birds, because my mother loved to feed her birds. We were first going to do a balloon release, and then, you know, me and my daughter were thinking about it. Well, you know, that's not very environmentally friendly. Eventually those balloons come down, and they normally land in our waterways, and they kill the wildlife and choke to death on a balloon. So I thought, well, why don't we just do something more eco-friendly? You know, Grandma liked to feed her birds all the time. I mean, that was her thing. So I made up these birdseed wreaths, and that's what we did. We hung birdseed wreaths out for the birds. So that was that. Seemed more like a fitting thing to do for my mama's memorial. So that's what we did. Any more F's over there, because when I stop doing the F's, I don't want to see any more of them for a bit. Let's see, I got one there. I got one there. Any more F's? Any more F's down there? I don't see any up there. Is there any on that? No, there's one right here. And I don't see any more there anywhere. Nope. And what that one? I think we're good. No more F's. All right. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel. Share us if you can. Hit that bell for notifications. And subscribe if you haven't. At 500 subscribers, we're going to do a mystery box contest. So everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.